Somebody's drag racing outside. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to Return to Monkey Island, the island's return of Monkey. Monkey. This will be the monkey to us being successful in point-and-click adventure games in the future. The Legend of Guybrush Threepwood, Mighty Pirate.
Hey, want to see my Mighty Pirate scrapbook? It's filled with my adventures.
We should get caught up on Guybrush Threepwood, right?
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a mighty pirate.
TM.
That's me, Guybrush Threepwood.
Mighty Pirate?
That's me, Guybrush Threepwood.
Mighty Pirate.
In the old days, you became a pirate by completing 3 trials to prove your worth. Treasure hunting is important for any pirate.
Frog?
The pirate leaders were in charge of the 3 trials, acting as judge, jury, executioner, and devoted grog tasters. The test of thievery involved breaking into the governor's mansion. The security was heavy. Mastering sword fighting was more a matter of wits than agility. This is when I met Elaine, the love of my life. She was governor. Things took an unexpected turn while I was working on the
she was
trials.
governor of Melee, Monkey Island, one of the islands.
Elaine was kidnapped and taken to Monkey Island by the nefarious ghost pirate LeChuck.
That's him!
LeChuck thought he was in love with Elaine. I scraped together a crew. Carla, Otis, and Meathook joined me on my voyage to Monkey Island to save Elaine. My first ship was the Sea Monkey.
This is really
I bought it
cute.
at Stan's used ships with a letter of credit that I, sort of falsified.
Oh.
Monkey Island was a steaming volcanic mystery, covered with jungle and not found on any map.
That's Lemon. I know Lemon Face.
There were some people living there who claimed to be cannibals, but I think it was just a show for the tourists. You had to brew a special potion just to find Monkey Island. I made some. The monkey head opened with a special key that you stuck in its ear.
Ah.
On the island was a gigantic monkey head statue with hidden catacombs underneath. LeChuck's ghostly ship was anchored in a lake of lava hidden beneath the island's surface. I met an old castaway there, Herman Toothrot. He and the locals
That's
wrote
Herman
a lot
Toothrot.
of indignant letters to each other.
That's him.
We wound up back on Melee Island for the stunning conclusion to my first big adventure.
Yeah, they were trying not to eat people because it wasn't healthy.
I made
They
it
were
to
really
the church
health-conscious
just in time to
cannibals.
stop
Yeah.
the wedding. Or so I thought. It turned out Elaine already had everything under control. How does she do that? I defeated LeChuck and he basically exploded. It was the beginning of something magical.
Never buy a video game for more than $20.
These are from the time I went to find the treasure of Big Whoop. I met my good friend Wally, who makes maps, and I stole his monocle. Good
That's
times.
true. Good time.
I met my good friend Walt. The mysterious voodoo lady at the International House of Mojo taught me to make a voodoo doll, which came in handy more than once. The map to the treasure had been torn into 4 pieces, which, let's face it, is about as piratey as it gets. Elaine always seems to know when I need her.
Oh, this is so charming.
Again, it came down to just me and LeChuck at the end. He was using magic, but then, so was I. One time, the fact that he turned her into a statue tells me
Hold
LeChuck
on,
doesn't...
let me go back.
One time, Elaine got turned into a statue. Well, LeChuck was behind it, of course. That guy never gives up.
This is really good.
The fact that he turned her into a statue
Is
tells
that
me
Murray?
LeChuck doesn't really love Elaine. He thinks of her as furniture. It was around this time that I met Murray, the allegedly all-powerful demonic skull, after a rousing sea battle. I got eaten by a snake. I erupted a volcano on purpose. There's not a lot. I got buried alive.
wait,
I
sorry, what
erupted
was
a
that?
volcano on purpose. There's not a lot I wouldn't do for Elaine. I got buried alive. Things backfired on LeChuck because Elaine and I got married when it was all over. Game, set, matchmaker.
Why would Guybrush mention anything that makes him look bad? Wait.
This was a great day. Though in retrospect, we shouldn't have had the scum bar handle the catering. It's either Elaine's wedding veil or my handkerchief. We got them. This is the daisy we stomped on together. Wedding traditions are weird. Elaine and me together forever. The daggers are symbolic of cutting through troubles, I think. I wrote a great haiku for the wedding invitation. I don't know why you have to have candy-coated almonds at a wedding, but apparently you do. Oh man, this was that crazy time LeChuck teamed up with an Australian billionaire and tried to use a mystical talisman to make Elaine his bride. The ultimate insult wasn't really ultimate, or even an insult at all.
This is Rock'em Sock'em Monkeys.
LeChuck and I battled it out on a grand scale that time. I made a goofy monster out of prosthetic body parts. It didn't help with anything, but I had fun doing it. Then there was the time I accidentally let loose LeChuck's pox over the entire Caribbean.
Okay, so Tales from Monkey Island are canon in this story.
I had to wear a hook for a while.
That's good. The Tales games are good.
It came in handy. The death card doesn't usually represent literal physical death, except when it does. I went on trial for my life on 4 separate charges. I defended myself, of course. Elaine wasn't fooled by LeChuck's human form any more than I was. I should have trusted her more. Morgan Le Fay betrayed me, even after we bonded inside a giant manatee. I should have trusted her less.
Oh, but she made up for it.
Love did win out in the end. Oh, I defeated LeChuck with this.
Sorry, one second.
His leg came... Then there was the time... Oh, here's that voodoo doll from the end of my Big Whoop adventure. I defeated LeChuck with this. His leg came off as easy as tearing a loaf of bread.
Why do you need candy-coated almonds? That's a good point. You should ask Ilion. Ilion knows. Alright. New game. Let's go. Casual puzzles for busy on the go. No thank you. What am I, a baby? I'm here from Monkey Island. A baby island.
Take this, LeChuck! Guybrush, come over here. Gently now. Remove my mask.
Will you promise to stop picking on me?
All right, I promise. Anything. Just put my leg back on.
Hey, you kids. You're not supposed to be in here.
What's next?
Let's goof on those two. Pretend they're our parents.
Yeah!
Sure.
Sorry we ran off. You were probably worried about murderers and ne'er-do-wells.
Don't worry, I found him.
Come on, let's go.
Let's
wow, what
pretend
a
I
prank.
have powers that make lightning come out of my eyes. It's so lifelike.
I wonder if it's real.
God, there were a lot of people just really
Sorry, boys, could you
up in
stop
arms about
following
this
us?
art
It's
style when
creepy.
this came out. And,
Yes, sir.
I don't know, this is
Come
pretty,
on. I saw a scurvy dog shack back there.
pretty
Scurvy
Monkey
dogs.
Island.
I've never had one of those.
No way. You have to try one. It's the best thing you'll ever eat in your life. No fooling.
Wow.
So my biggest complaint about this game so far is that there's 2 video options for the window. There's windowed mode, and then there's full
I once
screen
got a
that
scurvy dog
switches
that
to
was
window
bigger
mode
than
every
my
time you
head.
click out of it. There's no borderless window mode. Yeah, this type of art style makes a game like this timeless, I agree.
Wakey, wakey, Mr. Pirate. Hello? Boo!
Ha! He's dead to the world.
Sounds real. Hey, Chucky, get ready to run. I guess they don't like visitors.
Let's go next door and get scurvy dogs.
Right, scurvy dogs. I do like dogs that give me scurvy.
Can we get a couple of scurvy dogs?
Sure. If you give me a piece of 8, that's money.
that grown-ups use?
I know what a piece of 8 is.
Good for you. You can have a couple of dogs if you give me one.
But I don't have one.
Please? Can't you spare something for a couple of hungry kids?
Aww.
Listen up, you little moocher. Let me tell you something. I don't like kids. I'm an honest businessman trying to make an honest living. I don't need 50 kids a day coming in and wasting my time trying to get me to give them free food.
So is that a yes, or?
I guess never mind.
Okay.
Hey, I know. Let's look for change in the outhouse across the way. Coins fall out of people's pockets when they sit down in there.
It says, return outhouse key when finished, or else. They put it on a leg to keep you from walking off with it.
That's pretty funny.
I'll bring this right back, sir.
You'd be wise to do that. I got the leg from the last kid who didn't bring back the key.
That kid had a peg leg? Oh my god.
Some places you go have scurvy dogs with cheese inside.
What should we do next?
Let's look for change in the outhouse. Maybe we can...
Alright, where's the outhouse? Oh, here, okay.
Good! You unlocked it.
Video games. Yuck!
It isn't a piece of 8, but it's a round piece of metal about the same size and shape as a piece of 8.
That's called a slug. It's like a fake coin.
Cool.
A fake coin is almost as good as a real coin.
Gross.
I once had the hiccups.
Ugh, what is this stuff? Smells the same as the toilet. I don't see any coins, and I'm not putting my hands in that. Gross.
Maybe we should just dig in the film. You ever
Chucky,
think about that?
why don't you look in the toilet?
No way. You do it.
Okay. Ugh,
Gross.
gross. I'm not sure how we can get scurvy dogs without any pieces of 8.
We might have all we need. I don't think that guy can see very well.
Alright, let's give him this slug of filth, I guess. Don't hate the art style, but I hate the gross art. It can be gross. That's
Hey,
fine.
Look! I'm returning the key.
You want a medal?
Yeah, I would actually like a medal. I did get an achievement for returning the bathroom key, though.
Did you know you can keep a scurvy dog warm by sticking it in your armpit?
What can we get with
That's
this?
true, you can do that. Ew. Oh, gross.
Tastes like a piece of 8. Enough for a couple of scurvy dogs if you want.
Perfect!
Take 'em, boy.
Also gross.
What are you getting?
What?
Just kidding. Here's yours. This is the perfect food. What do you want to do now?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I don't know. What do you want to do? Man. Let's tie him up.
Hey, Chucky, stand over here for a minute.
No way.
Exhibit removed. Aw.
Cool rat.
Let's not go back there again. We'll just get yelled at.
In France, they call a scurvy dog a chien scorbut.
A what?
Hey, Chucky, get ready to run. I guess they don't like visitors.
That's my friend Dee. Hey, Dee.
Hey, Chucky, what are you jerk faces up to?
We just got here.
I'm making a list of stuff to do.
Give me that. I'm an expert planner.
Hell yeah,
There.
are we getting a pirate
Perfect.
treasure map?
See you around the park, Sidheads.
Now that's gaming. Oh, okay. Interesting.
That's a cool anchor.
That just shows how little you know about anchors. This one's not a very good example.
Yeah, real
You'd
anchorheads
know that
know
if you
better.
read as much about anchors as
You
I
dummy.
have. Did you know that anchors originally weren't designed to hold ships in place? They were used in combat, shot from cannons as a grapple when you were trying to board another ship. They
I
started
mean, I'm not
making
pressing
them
that,
bigger
so-
and bigger because they would do more damage that way. Then people noticed what happened when you missed the other ship and hit the sea bottom instead. The current bow-shaped design is actually less effective than the sharper V-shaped design that was popular last century. But the older design went out of fashion after sailors started to think the letter V was bad luck. You can still find the old kind around sometimes, but collectors have grabbed most of them. On a modern anchor, if you look close, you can tell that one side is a little larger than the other. That's to prevent what's called plummeting, where the anchor goes down too evenly and then it doesn't catch well on the bottom. The
Very
little
good.
flanges at the tips
Yes.
are at different angles to make it twist on the way down for the same reason. Most anchors these days are made of iron, and you have to recast them like twice a year because they rust. About 30 years ago, somebody thought of a way to get around that by making them out of wood instead. All kinds of people invested a lot of money in these
Wooden
wooden
anchors,
anchor
though.
companies. But
I
the
don't know.
only way they could keep them from floating was to attach another anchor.
Yeah, see, that sounds like a
So
bad
they
idea.
gave
Wooden
up
anchor,
and went back
you
to
know?
the old way. The word
Yeah.
anchor comes from the Sanskrit word nagara, meaning city.
Not
They're
gaming
called
indeed.
that because when you stop in the middle of the ocean, it's like you've made port at an invisible city. Yeah, I'm kind of an expert on anchors. I read
I can
a
tell.
lot.
Oh, I can tell. Oh, I can look at the previous lines if I want. Cool. Now that's Monkey Island. I agree, Puffman. I know him. That's
Hey,
Monkey
Chucky.
Island.
Want a race?
You're on.
I'll officiate. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, I could say I know a lot about anchors.
I win!
I can stand on my head without using my hands.
Cool. Feed the duck, add some sauce to the scurry dog, practice sword fighting, find a 4-leaf clover, and make a wish. A 4-leaf clover, eh? Interesting.
I once ate 2 scurvy dogs at the same time.
Hey, hands off!
I wonder what's in that basket.
Let's find out.
What do you think you're doing? Kids these days have no regard for personal property.
And no respect for your elders.
I have half a mind to give you a piece of my mind.
Gotta run!
How rude.
How rude.
I have an extra tooth in the back. I can feel it with my
Wow,
tongue.
cool. Wow. Okay, let's feed the duck. Also, don't feed the duck bread. It expands inside their stomachs. Give them, like, oats or something. Yeah, was that sauce for my scurvy dog? Yum, yum.
You're not gonna touch the ground with your scurvy dog.
No, of course not.
Yeah, that
Gross.
sign does say don't feed the dog.
What's this red glob on the ground?
That's ketchup. It's supposed to be really good with scurvy dogs.
Oh, frozen corn and peas works too, yeah.
Don't feed the duck. Do you want a sword fight with me?
You don't look very challenging.
Wow! Rude. A
I
four-leaf
found a
clover.
four-leaf clover.
Awesome!
There was still one left. Darn.
Alright, what else do I gotta do? Make a wish in the wishing well. Okay, okay. I need to get a sword or something too, I think.
I wish we could speak backwards. Or what is...
Yes, you do.
Yes. Well, helps it. Yes, you go.
Oh, you.
That was fun.
Aw, man. It wore off.
Too bad.
Oh.
You made more sense than usual.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I do need to learn how to insult. That's true. This is clearly for my scurvy dog. Why
Did you
can't
know
I eat
your
this
feet won't
ketchup?
smell if you don't wash them?
Oh, that's true. Your feet won't smell if you don't wash them. That's very true. Okay, I
You
need to
should
pick
put
up
that
the
on your
ketchup.
scurvy dog.
And then this is teaching you how to combine items. Gotcha. Yum yum.
Do you want a sword fight with me?
You don't look very challenging.
I wonder where this path goes.
Path. Okay.
Excuse me.
Would you boys mind letting us enjoy our day in peace? Thanks.
Excuse me.
Would you boys mind letting us enjoy our day in peace? Thanks.
Still need to do sword fighting. I don't see a way to do that.
Are we done here? We might not be able to come back if we head this way.
Okay, well, how do I... You don't look... Maybe there's an item I need to get first?
This place is fun.
Huh.
That's a nice tree.
I'm only pretending to look at the tree. I'm actually spying on that couple by the pond.
Oh. I'm guessing there's, like, a sword I need to get
At
or
home,
something?
I've got a collection of old scurvy dog sticks that fills a whole shoebox.
Huh. I don't see anything, though. Oh, you know what? I think I know what I need to do. No? I could use my scurvy dog as a sword, right? Maybe I need to eat my dog first, yeah. Ooh, yum. Got grass. And mold. Yum yum. Oh, that good, huh? No.
Yuck! I don't think that was ketchup.
Whoops.
Gross.
Yuck! I don't think that was ketchup.
Whoops.
Do you want a sword fight with me?
You don't look very challenging.
I stole it from that couple. I never thought I'd ever find one.
Yeah, I don't get this. Huh. Apparently eating this isn't the solution.
I once had the hiccups for 4 days straight.
Or the duck. Definitely not the anchor. Huh.
Some things are better left unknown.
I do like
That's
the scurvy
disgusting.
dog. Oh, that is disgusting. That's true.
Do not pick the four-leaf clovers. As if! I already found a four-leaf clover.
You're right.
What you looking at?
Those kids jumping rope down there, they're doing it wrong.
They're doing it wrong.
I can stand on my head
That's true,
without
Puff,
using my hands.
It's true.
Do you want a sword fight with me?
You don't look very challenging.
Okay, yeah. I have no idea. It's fine. I'm just gonna go on with my day. Hey, Dad. That's him! It's Guy First
Hey,
Threepwood,
Dad.
Mighty
Hello,
Pirate.
Mr. Threepwood.
Hey, kids. Having fun?
Yeah!
We got scurvy dogs.
Those have toenails and stuff in them. Ugh, I read about it.
And we were playing your adventures. We just did Big Whoop.
Big whoop.
Wow.
Oh, boy. That takes me back.
I like it when Chucky asked me to put his leg back on. He says it really funny.
You guys always make up the craziest stuff for the ending of that story.
It's fun.
But you can't just change it around. That's not how storytelling works.
A lot of your stories don't feel like they're finished at the end.
What do you mean?
That's
Well,
true.
like, there's this one that you call The Secret of Monkey Island, where you went to Monkey Island and fought LeChuck.
Oh, that story has a great ending. There's punching and fireworks. I thought you liked that one.
But you never did find the secret. Not the real one.
Sure, but that's not what that story was about. Kids, let me tell you a story that is about finding the secret of Monkey Island.
Is this a long story?
I think maybe I gotta go use the bathroom or something.
Yeah, I have to go walk my tarantula.
Maybe
Oh,
I
that
should
makes
go
sense,
with
yeah.
them.
No, stick around. This is a good one. See, there was a rumor going around that my old nemesis, LeChuck, had somehow discovered the exact location of the secret of Monkey Island. I knew I had to get it before he did, so I went to Melee to get my own expedition started and beat him to the punch.
That's Monkey Island. Walking your tarantula takes so much time. They're very slow. Yeah. Oh man, that's the stuff. Gaming. This is so charming. Oh. I got an achievement for starting a chapter and doing nothing. Hell yeah. Achievements are how you game.
Feels good to be back on Melee Island.
That's gaming.
The hub of pirating in the Caribbean, where every good expedition begins. I'll see some old pals and get things rolling. Or sailing in this case. Hi, I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Remember me?
Haven't seen you in a while, Threepwood. What have you been up to?
Well, you know, freebooting mostly, swashing buckles and so on. But now I'm getting an expedition together to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, you're sailing with LeChuck.
What?
You're
LeChuck's
what?
here in Melee? Is there widespread panic? Are people evacuating?
He doesn't seem interested in carnage at the moment. Ship's just here taking on supplies and crew, as far as I can tell.
Well, anyway, no, I'm not sailing with LeChuck. You know
Is
my
it
history
really
with
gaming
him.
though? Oh, it's gaming.
That guy steals all my best ideas.
Are you sure it isn't the other way around? Seems like he was here first.
I don't know how he found out.
Never pay more than
but
$20
I'm sure he's
for
just doing this
a
to
video
get one up
game.
on
It's
me.
Very sound advice though. It's true.
LeChuck kidnapped my wife. He's always had designs on her. I sailed to Monkey Island to find them and get her back.
Oh, I thought you weren't married yet when that happened. And didn't she more or less rescue herself?
That's
I mean,
not the point.
Technically, yeah, but you know.
He's an evil zombie ghost pirate, terror of the seas, and sometimes the land. A nefarious, conniving, murdering scallywag. A depraved, ruthless villain. And a loud talker. And I'm not those things.
They say opposites attract, but what do I know?
And that's when they kiss.
We've been enemies for my whole career. Everywhere I go, there he is. He plagues me. He's my nemesis.
Funny. He said the same thing about you.
I'm mounting my own voyage. Mine.
Well, you'd better get cracking then. LeChuck's loading up on the outer dock as we speak.
Well, I'm gonna hire a ship and a crew and beat him to the punch. Just
I'll
as
make
soon
my
as I can
own
get some
Monkey
more to
Island
back the
with
venture.
blackjack.
I'm a little
and
short on
hookers.
funds at the moment.
In that case, you'll want to go talk to the pirate leaders at the Scum Bar.
Exactly.
three-headed monkey.
That's why I came to Melee. It'll be great to see those old guys again. We'll knock back a grog and hash out the details.
Scum Bar, by the docks. Long table in the back.
I know where I'm going.
We'll see.
Re-elect Governor Carla. She's dedicated to dedication.
Carla. Oh, he's already loading
I
the
better
ship,
get cracking if I
man.
want to get to the secret before that scheming blackguard.
Alright, pirate leaders at the Scum Bar.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
I don't know.
I'm here to talk to the pirate leaders about a new expedition.
In the back.
I don't know.
It's a book for storing collectible trivia cards. Looks like someone just left it here unattended.
Yoink. In the back of the Scum Bar is the kitchen. Trivia.
Looks like a circus act. Maybe. I really need to talk with the pirate leaders first.
Alright.
Have you seen the pirate leaders around? This is their table. In fact, you'd probably better move. You don't want to get caught sitting here.
It's our table, Rummy.
We're the pirate leaders. Get lost.
I hadn't heard there was a change of leadership.
Oh no. Did nobody remember to notify you?
Maybe your party invite got lost in the mail.
Sure.
Where are the three older guys who used to hold court here?
Who cares?
Probably crying in an alley somewhere, wishing they were still relevant.
Making up trials for each other and writing memoirs that no one will read.
Is it you I should talk to about financing an expedition?
An expedition? Who is it that you think you are exactly?
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood. Probably you've heard of me.
Probably not.
Permission to slaughter the annoying old wastrel man, Captain Madison.
Wait, it was Captain Madison? She's like famous! I've got her on a trading card. Her plunder stats are amazing!
Plunder
stats aren't everything.
Then the others were Captain Lila and Captain
I
Trent.
bet our plunder stats are
It was
bad.
Lila who threatened to kill you?
Look, they weren't that great, okay? Listen to the story.
Want me to slaughter him?
Don't bother. He's just a harmless hack who thinks he has a good idea for a pirate raid.
Exactly. It's a raid.
Fine. Well, don't keep us in suspense. What's the target?
Monkey Island.
I'm going to find the secret of Monkey Island.
You're wasting our time.
The secret? I didn't think that was even a real thing.
It's a mystery for the ages that must be solved.
It's a mystery for the ages that must be solved.
The only mystery here is who let you into this bar.
Okay, I'm sensing some reluctance, but hear me out. Would you at least consider advancing me some funds? It's a surefire investment. Triple your money or your money back.
Not interested.
The pirate caption music, it's pretty good.
I could make it worth your while to help me hire a crew. A percentage of their earnings or something?
No one in here wants to chase your pipe dream.
Could you at least point me towards an available ship?
You don't even have a ship?
You're really up a creek.
Up a creek without a ship.
Oh man, shipless behavior.
If you don't take this opportunity, LeChuck will grab it.
LeChuck?
Yes, the dreaded zombie ghost pirate LeChuck himself is also going after the secret. He's here in Melee getting ready right now. If that doesn't prove it's a worthwhile venture, I don't know what else to tell you.
Great. Problem solved.
Excellent. You'll do it.
No. Of course not. Why waste money on an expedition when you can just join the one that's already going?
Yeah,
Have
dummy.
fun with your scary ghost friend. Bye-bye.
Well, the slight problem with that idea is that LeChuck and I are basically mortal enemies.
That sounds like a you problem, Guybrush. Oh, we have fun here.
Fine. I
Okay,
don't need
carving
you or your money.
onto the table is pretty good.
I can do this on my own.
Okay.
If I can't buy a ship, I'll steal one. I'm a pirate. I'll find a way to get to Monkey Island no matter what it takes. I like the old pirate leaders better.
Very good. Get her find a ship and find the secret of Monkey Island. Alright. Well, we didn't have any luck high, so let's go low.
Elaine?
It's Elaine!
Guybrush!
That's her!
Wait, are you going to tell a mushy part now?
A little, but I can skip over the hugs and kisses. Elaine!
Guybrush!
I was hoping you'd turn up in this story.
I was hoping you'd turn up in mine.
Aww.
How's your scurvy prevention project?
It's great! We're going to get a lot of lines to a lot of sailors and save a lot of lives. I've got to come up with a way to deal with Captain Madison, though. The pressure she's putting on the town is making it hard for social programs like mine.
That makes sense.
You wouldn't happen to have a ship with you?
No, silly. I came on a charter. Just like you.
Yeah, I figured that, but it never hurts to ask. I'm finding
That
it harder
reminds
than I
me-
thought to get hold of a ship and a crew for
I
my
should work on
expedition.
making some
The
limeade
new local
this summer
leadership
with
was less than
some
supportive.
mint and-
Why don't you
mint.
ask around at the docks?
Make a
Sure you can
mojito.
find something.
Limeade.
Thanks, I'll try that.
Ooh, I apologize. I'm very tired today. For some
Sounds like we
reason.
both met Captain Madison.
I don't like her. She's the one who pushed
Ooh,
to shut
maybe
down
the
the
coffee will
shipyard.
kick in.
She doesn't understand the value of the secret of Monkey Island.
She laughed at me.
Me too.
Obviously, the woman has no taste and a lousy sense of humor.
That's true.
I feel better just talking to you.
Me too.
I have to get going.
Oh, so do I. Lots to do. Bye.
Oh, they're
Bye.
so cute. Oh.
The problem with this statue is it's not a statue of Elaine, the best ever governor of Melee.
That's true.
The problem with this statue
That's
is
true.
it's not. It's Elaine's flyer about how limes combat scurvy. It's important, but boring. I've never once made it all the way to the end.
That's why
Elaine
I
would
should take
kill
it.
me if she caught me pulling down her flyers.
Oh, fine.
They're having a half-off sale.
Ooh, half off.
Ah, the International House of Mojo. This place hasn't changed in years.
Oh, and they have colored tag.
Welcome, Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again.
I have been waiting for you.
You mean...
Fate ordained that you would be here several minutes ago. Only you can manage to be late, even when you are fated to arrive.
It's a gift.
Allow
Yeah, that's
me
fair.
to seek knowledge on your behalf.
Will it cost me anything?
Pride, free will. Not much.
Oh, so cheap. Alright.
The way to the secret is like a serpent which swallows itself. Many obstacles lie
Oh, like
ahead.
an Ouroboros.
Serpent, obstacles,
Hmm.
got it.
Ooh. You must walk the path. Yet you have already walked the path.
And now I'm going back again.
When you are unsure of the way forward, open this book for guidance on what
Is this a
to
hint
come.
book?
It can tell me my future?
In a way, think of it as a book of hints.
What is it really?
A book of hints. Use it wisely.
Use the
To know
hint
too
book
much
wisely,
diminishes the
Guybrush.
voyage.
Neat. Thanks.
No charge. Now you must go. I have a luncheon. and your destiny lies at the docks.
It does?
Most assuredly.
Property foreclosed by order of Madison Enterprises. Oh, this was my favorite novelty store. Oh, yeah, that clock has been broken for decades now. Looks like Wally's got a new place in Melee. I hope he's not still sore about the monocle. At Chamber of Commerce Midnight Luncheon. Back shortly. The sign says, at Chamber of Commerce Midnight Luncheon. Back...
Yeah, isn't that the jail? That is the jail, I know that.
The note says, forced to close. Thanks for the memories, but cash would have been better. Hi.
Everybody thinks they know more than the other.
My right ear.
Okay.
Once you have a key, you've got to open the door.
We're gonna beat LeChuck by throwing the book at him? I don't know. I might need a hint.
Things are not what they seem.
Alright.
Aww, this is where I risked my neck for Elaine, and she showed me she only needed me to risk my heart. Also, the windows need some work.
Look at this.
Looks like a volcano island with horns that swallowed a basketball.
I'm sure it's unimportant.
A visitor!
Is that Stan? Wait, I know him.
Guybrush
That's
Threepwood?
Otis!
Howdy, kid.
And Stan. Otis, old pal. You haven't changed much since I last saw you.
I blame the government.
In fact, didn't we first meet right here?
Not at all. I was in the other cell that time. You look different somehow. New art style?
How nice of you to notice.
New art style?
What did they get you for this time?
I'm a victim of circumstance. Circumstance being that too much attention gets paid to little things that don't hurt anyone, while hard killers roam the streets with pistols and swords.
That's true. So what'd you do?
I noticed you didn't say what crime they locked you up for.
It was nothing. I was just picking some flowers.
In the forest?
No, that's illegal. I learned my lesson. I picked them from the governor's garden instead.
Oh, yeah, see, that makes more sense.
Picking flowers from the governor's garden sounds like an unwise choice.
We used to be friends. Sort of. Anyway, they aren't even her flowers. Taxes pay for them. It's public property. I don't know why anyone bothers me about it. I don't hurt anybody.
Well, except the flowers.
They're annuals. They're doomed anyway.
True.
Big news. I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
That sounds fantastic. You know what I remember most about Monkey Island? The time you busted me out of jail right before we went there. I don't cruise ships anymore.
Oh, that's
but
true. I did do that.
Maybe you can still help me out. Like you did all those years ago.
Possibly, though it was kind of tricky last time, and I didn't get much out of it in the end.
I would be most appreciative. A locksmith has opened very conveniently across the way. I am told locksmiths can make keys for things. Things like cell doors?
Imagine that.
I don't know.
Guybrush, you gotta get me out of here. It's custard night. I don't think I can take that again.
I'll make it my number 3 priority.
Thanks.
Number 3.
I think there's some writing on it, but it's too tiny to read.
Crap, if only I had, like, a monocle.
Watch your boots in here, son. It's like a swamp.
It says, jail rules. 1. No escaping.
Oh, is that the rule?
At least this jail has 2 lamps.
Yeah, we are living the life.
It's true.
How's your day going?
Any writing that was once here has been rubbed away.
Oh, I can't get Stan out of jail.
Hey, Stan.
Hello there, son.
Oh, sorry to see you in jail.
Thank you, son. I appreciate the thought. I'm sorry to see me here as well.
That's true.
I was really hoping to buy a ship from you.
Well, now, normally, I would do absolutely anything to get you into a comfortable ride right away. But my hands are tied. They're shackled. I can't do it. Not at any price. I'm completely out of inventory. Every ship on the lot was seized by unscrupulous lawyers who don't care about your sailing needs the way I do.
Oh, that's
hate
terrible.
to see it.
Believe me, I feel worse about it than you do.
Hate to see it.
Could I get a ship from you after you're out of jail?
Don't count on it, son. I expect to be released any time, but I haven't even got anything on back order. It pains me to lose a sale, But if you need to get off this island, you're gonna have to find another way.
Could you refer me to a competitor?
Stab me in the heart. You'd go to a competitor? Where's your loyalty, son?
Well, seeing as you're in jail and have no ships and can't help me, I thought...
It doesn't matter anyway. There's no competition. I drove them all out of business long ago. Nobody can play the angles like old Stan. I didn't really anticipate a situation like this one coming up.
Yeah, I don't know. They thoroughly ruining all of your competition only to fall into ruin yourself. Tale as old as time.
Any tips on how to steal a ship from someone else?
One word, son. Mutiny. Get yourself on board a worthy vessel, gain the confidence of the crew, wait for the right moment,
mutiny.
and
I didn't
strike.
think about that.
If you don't get killed, look me up afterwards. I'll give you a good price for anything that can stay above the waterline. Naturally, it'll have to be store credit until I get back on my feet.
Okay, well, thanks, I guess.
Yeah,
Anything
being
I
locked
can
up
do to
for
help you,
Monopoly?
let
Wow,
me know.
this is fiction.
As long as it doesn't involve selling you a ship.
What did you do that got you arrested?
Let me tell you something, son. It's not what a man does that matters. It's who he is. Maybe one day, in a moment of weakness, he crosses a line. But if he's confident about what's in his heart, he can hold his head high. And you know what's in my heart, son?
Blood and goopy stuff?
People. People are in my heart. Anything I may have allegedly done, you can be sure I did it because I care about people.
So...
What exactly did you allegedly do for people that got you arrested?
I gave them what they wanted. Now, naturally, people don't always know that they want the things they want. Sometimes it takes a man with a talent like mine to show them the way. And sometimes people who are jealous of that sort of talent will try to put all sorts of unpleasant labels on it. They use hurtful words like scam and misrepresentation and even fraud.
No,
It's
I
all
see,
just
I
marketing,
see.
son. As
Just
natural
marketing,
as the
yeah.
rocks and the trees and the Malay Island flounder birds. And that's why I'm not worried. I'm awaiting final judgment of the court, but I'm certain I'll be acquitted. They don't hang people for marketing.
That's true.
Didn't you used to have a law practice or something?
Used to, but I was disbarred for what we former law practitioners call moral turpitude.
Is that a real word?
More or less. It's one of those handy catch-all words that you can use whenever you want because it doesn't mean anything specific.
I'm going after the secret of Monkey Island.
The secret? Boy, that takes me back. But if you're looking for help, you're barking up the wrong enchilada. Just remember, life has no guarantees or warranties. Only jamborees.
Thanks. That's advice.
Technically true.
See you later.
Yep.
Alright, we gotta break our good friend Otis out of jail. And
You look like you're having a good
maybe Stan? I don't know.
Looks sort of like an eye. I think it's a chandelier.
Hi there, newcomer.
Hi there. I see everyone in that portrait has lovely locks.
If you have to make a pun, at least make a good one.
Ah, lock. I see.
What is that? It's definitely not a key. Or a lock.
It's a fishing lure, of course.
Of course. Is that from a famous locksmith band or something?
My mother's band, the Golden Keys. They were named after some actual golden keys that she spent a bunch of time looking for.
Ah.
At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
I see a peninsula trailing off into small islands, but no X marks the spot.
It's southern Florida. I have family there.
Ah, the Florida key. Ah.
What's this key?
That's for a lockable quiver.
These are nice.
It's a locksmithing test.
Close it all up, and if you get the key out, you pass?
That's the beginner level, yes. The real challenge is to lock the larger box inside the smaller one.
The what?
Are these for customers?
Hands off. Those are my last crackers.
Handsome looking parrot.
And also vicious. But it was my mother's favorite.
That's an impressive machine.
Yep. This wouldn't be much of a lock shop without a key grinder.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Locksmith.
You're kidding, right?
Nope. And before you ask, yes, they did. Yes, it was. And they really, really wanted me to follow in the family business.
Ah, okay.
Can you really make keys for stuff? That seems like a magic trick.
Modern locks have serial numbers that tell me all I need to know. No tricks necessary. Just information.
So, like, if I had some sort of monocle to look up a number or a lock.
It seems wrong that you can make a key from just the serial number.
It's a failsafe, in case people lose their key. You know how people are.
That's true. True.
Aren't locks way less secure if all you need is a number to get a new key?
That's why you should never share the serial number with anyone.
That's true.
What happens if you lose your key and the serial number at the same time?
The numbers are usually engraved on the locks, just in case. And if you lose the lock, chances are you don't need a new key.
True.
Well, what's to stop me reading the serial number on someone else's lock and having a key made?
The numbers are printed small enough that you need a special tool to read them. Only a pro would have a tool like that.
Can I have your tool?
Can I borrow your lock serial number reading tool?
My magnifier? Not a chance. I could be drummed out of the union for that. If you want to play locksmith, you'll have to look elsewhere.
Who's the old lady in the window across the way?
You mean Whitey Bones. She used to be the Undertaker here years ago. Seems to know a lot of things that maybe don't quite fit together.
Ah.
How well do you know Whitey Bones?
Not well at all. But she's been living near my shop for quite a few years. She was across from my old location, too.
Would she moved when you moved?
I'm sure it's just a coincidence.
I'm on a quest to find the secret of Monkey Island.
Exciting. The story in my family is that the secret is sort of like a key. One that opens all locks at once.
Wow.
That seems enormously useful.
Maybe. Depends on if you can close them again.
True.
How would you like to join a pirate crew?
Would I have to leave my shop?
Well, yes, that's the general idea. The crew actually get on the ship and, crew it.
Thanks. I'll pass. Try down at the docks. There's always somebody hiring somebody down there.
I think I'll browse around a bit.
Try not to touch anything. I've got a system, and I don't like it disrupted.
I touched stuff. Alright, we need to go get a monocle. Or some sort of magnifier, anyway.
It seems to be stuck closed. I've got a few coins for incidentals.
I see. Whitey Bones.
All keys are gold. It's the way of keys.
True that. All keys are gold. True that.
The sign says, at Chamber of Commerce Midnight Luncheon. Back shortly.
Chamber of Commerce. Well, I guess I'll go to the dock. That's what I was suggesting.
Expedition to fabled Monkey Island. Crew positions available. Serve under LeChuck, the most fearsome pirate on the 8 seas. Equal opportunity employer. Inquire here.
Equal opportunity.
Looking for a job?
Pretty cool.
Step this way.
The clipboard in your hand says you're the quartermaster.
The crew says I'm the quartermaster. Clipboard doesn't get a vote.
Ah, okay. No, that makes sense.
You look like a guy without many options. You want a job? I'm short of swabby. LeChuck's an equal opportunity employer. Even humans are mostly tolerated.
That's fair. Yeah, you know what? That's a good. Glad he's branching out.
Have you got anything more senior?
Well, I need a second mate, a bosun, a ship surgeon, and a gunner. Do you think you're qualified for any of those?
I could be second mate.
Do you honestly have any idea what a second mate does?
Goes to store openings and funerals and waits for the first mate to be incapacitated?
I thought so.
True.
I'd make a great bosun.
Exactly what qualifications have you got for that?
I can hold my breath for 10 minutes. Okay, maybe 8.
Don't waste my time, okay?
How about ship surgeon?
I assume you have some kind of medical degree?
Is that a definite requirement?
Sorry.
I could be the gunner. Oh, I'd be great at that. Boom, boom.
You look a little scrawny. What do you bench?
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 No problem. I sat on one for 12 hours once. I can take it.
I have a lot to do today.
Maybe Swabby's not so bad after all.
The only requirement is that you bring your own mop. If you've got a mop, the job is... Hey, wait a minute. What's your name, sailor?
Smith.
Smith. John Smith.
Uh-huh. LeChuck gave me a blacklist, and you're on it. In fact, you are the blacklist. I'm sorry. Can't hire you. You're obviously Guybrush Threepwood.
How'd
well,
you know?
That's a slight hitch.
I'm confused. Didn't you say you were gonna get your own ship?
Yes, but then suddenly I thought, why bother? I wanted a ship and a crew. Here was a ship and a crew. Ripe for the taking. All I had to do was get on board, wait for the right moment, and strike.
Strike?
Mutiny the crew, seize the ship. Be a pirate.
Except they wouldn't hire you because they knew who you were.
Yeah, that was a problem. Also, I needed a mop.
Mostly the mop thing. Yeah. Alright, well, we gotta go get a mop, I guess.
Why was Wally in such a hurry? He wouldn't sell us out to Madison, would he?
I believe he needed to relieve the pressure upon him in a different way.
Did he need to pee? What does that mean? Wally pissing? What? Oh, that means he's probably back in his store. Yeah, here we go.
Hey, Wally.
Well, 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 look what the surf washed ashore. It's Guybrush Threepwood.
Nice to see you again, too, Wally. Whatever your last name is.
I spent years in therapy getting over being burned, blinded, blown up, abandoned, and marooned because of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, those
good
things did
times, huh?
happen, yeah.
You're lucky I'm past all that and am running the best map shop within the Caribbean and beyond.
I'm looking for a mop.
This is maps and more, not mops and more.
Well, I was hoping the and more might include mops.
Well, it doesn't. Try asking the cook over at the bar where he got his.
Good point.
You wouldn't happen to have a map to the secret of Monkey Island.
Funny you should ask. I recently made one on commission, but then they destroyed all my source material. It is the only one in existence. Best of luck to you.
Aww.
You have a lot of maps in here.
We've got so many, you need a map to find them all.
That's map jokes.
A little
Yeah.
cartographer humor.
Yeah,
I
that's
forgot how
funny,
that
yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Looks like the shop across the way is in trouble.
The high-stakes, ego-driven world of pirating is changing, and dark magic is taking over. Voodoo magic is fun and all, but it's not what the new generation wants. Me, I'm on the bleeding edge and making a bundle. I'm
True.
about to
Thank you, Mama.
franchise.
The town seems to be pretty run down.
Since Captain Madison made Melee her base of operations, people have been complaining. They say she brings a bad element to town, but that bad element spends a lot of money on maps. So, what am I supposed to do?
Do what's right?
I am. I'm doing what's right for Wally.
It's great to see you landed on your feet after all these years.
Business has been booming with all these new dark magic pirates. Captain Madison has me on a lucrative retainer. She pays extra for a bunch of wacky symbols I just make up.
I'll let you get back to cartographing.
That's
Great.
not a real word.
Uh-huh.
That's great.
Ooh, those look fancy.
The finest tools to make the finest maps.
They're like
Ooh, a
glasses,
monocle.
only way less convenient. Ooh, look behind you, a three-headed monkey.
Oh, please take one. I use them to promote my business.
Oh.
See, it says maps and more on the edge.
Thanks.
Oh, that was nice. Okay.
It makes things look bigger.
Cool, thank you.
Hey, Wally, what's with the window ladder?
I use it to keep an eye on the neighbors.
Well, it's good to have a hobby.
Huh.
Hey, Wally, what's with the window ladder?
I use it to keep an eye on the neighbors.
Hey, what's up,
Well,
Sequel?
it's good to have a hobby.
That's Monkey Island. That's him. I know him.
It's maps wrapped in maps. I didn't know you could do that. It's a map on a fan. What'll they think of next? I had a map like this once, but I sailed left.
Ah, that would do it.
This map shows both sides of the globe.
This is a Minecraft map, the really long one.
Wally, can I have one of these maps?
Absolutely. If you pay for it.
Oh,
Never mind.
I don't want to pay. I just wanted a map.
I didn't know you made globes, too.
I don't. This is for reference. It's got all the latest continents.
Oh, got the new DLC. I see.
Ooh, this one looks nice. How much is it?
Oh, that one? Too much.
LeChuck.
LeChuck, sir.
That's him.
Just thought I'd pop in and let you know. Preparations to set sail are almost done.
You have all the supplies for the spell to get to Monkey Island?
Check. Squid ink, chickens, brimstone, cinnamon, monkey blood, mint, and an annoying skull.
Well done. Mark yourself
the annoying
down
skull's
for one
pretty
less
important.
lashing this voyage.
Funny story. Guybrush Threepwood tried to sign on to the crew.
Threepwood? He must be looking for the secret too. That guy steals all my best ideas. Have him killed. Wait, let him live. I want him to see me sail off for Monkey Island knowing the secret is lost to him forever.
Sure. I want to bring this up one more time. Is searching for this mythical secret of Monkey Island a good idea? Shouldn't we be out terrorizing the high seas, instilling fear, creating mayhem, being more on brand for LeChuck?
I've had enough of you questioning my orders. Finish loading the ship, and whatever you do, don't let Threepwood on board.
Aye, aye, Captain. Alright, I have a serial number I need to get.
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid!
Tiny numbers.
I can read the serial number. I'll write it down so I don't forget.
They say the only
Serial
real prison
numbers
is
are the
the one in
numbers
your
on the
head.
bottom of cereal boxes.
Most of the
in case
serial
you're
number has been
unaware.
rubbed off.
No. Okay.
Hi there.
Hi.
Can you make this key?
Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. Good choice on the lock. These are really sturdy. It's the same kind they use over at the jail.
Ooh,
Oh,
wow.
good. Yeah,
what
wow.
a coincidence. I had no idea.
Yeah, okay, well, thanks for the key. That was easy.
Hey, Guybrush! Hey, kid!
Otis, the authorities have reconsidered your case and decided that you should go free.
I'm very grateful to the authorities and will not mention their name should any awkward questions be asked. Good luck, Stan.
True.
I hope you get acquitted.
Oh, it's in the bag, friend, but thanks.
Well, clearly I'll just use the same key.
No thanks. I'm about to be acquitted. Escaping looks bad.
No.
I'll stay on this side of the bars, just in case.
Alright, well, we got Otis out.
No one ever works together. All want their own prize.
True. Hey, what's over here? I never went this way. Ah, the governor's mansion. I see.
Carla.
Guybrush Threepwood.
Mighty pirate.
Hello, Swordmaster.
Prepare to taste my blade, you washed-up hack.
Anything but your cooking.
Low-hanging fruit, but it works.
It's nice to see you again.
You too.
Aww.
You should never have given up being Swordmaster.
Who says I did?
Oh, sorry, I just assumed. Governor seems like a full-time job.
It is. But there's room for overlap if you're creative about it. I heard from your wife. She's coming by to talk about scurvy legislation. I assume you're involved with that somehow?
Not really.
Elaine said that program is being hampered by Captain Madison.
Not the legislative part, just the public funding. The town was in a bind a while back, and that so-and-so, Captain Madison, saw an opportunity. She lent us the cash we needed, but now we're up a creek paying the interest. Things like social programs, waste management, and town maintenance are
Government's
all
hard.
on the back burner.
I like that woman less every minute.
You and me both.
Well, the mansion hasn't changed much. Elaine's style is still everywhere. Even the books are hers.
They're my books now, as you well know.
I'm looking for the secret of Monkey Island.
Good for you. I don't have it.
I don't really have anything to say. I just like doing this.
Practice is nice, but I'm busy these days. Governor stuff.
True. Government in action.
It's a lot of work being governor.
Government in action or government in action? Which is...
I like your stuffed, guess it's a dog?
Please, take that and throw it away. It was a gift from the Earl of Thickwater, who is a contemptible pig.
Ah, don't mind if I do.
It's soft and extra fuzzy. It makes things look bigger. This is awesome. Now I can open one of the jail cells. I've always thought this looked like my old ship, the Sea Monkey.
Very good. Very good.
Ugh, looks like Carla wasn't too keen on getting her portrait done. Edgy.
Now that's gaming, yeah. Exactly. Voodoo tricks you
Warning,
at home.
do not try these tricks at home. Can I borrow a book?
You've got a lot of nerve asking that. You never brought back the last book you borrowed. I had to buy another copy. You never even apologized.
Oh,
pay for it.
I don't need your money.
Oh, well then maybe I should apologize. Book of treasure maps seems pretty important.
Does not include Secret of Monkey Island.
Oh. Oh.
Warning, do not try these tricks at home. Can I borrow a book?
You never brought back the last book you borrowed. You never even apologized.
There doesn't appear to be an easy way to skip
I'm sorry.
dialogue.
Yeah, I'm hearing the words, but somehow they aren't helping. I need more than that.
Oh. Do I need to find a book to bring back? Alright.
Stay out of my bedroom, Threepwood.
Huh.
Edgy. It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty. It's thicker than I would have imagined.
Very good.
The blurb says it's a solid if somewhat predictable story about a roguish pirate and a doomed romance with a woman of station. Can I borrow a book?
Alright, I'm guessing I just can't borrow these
You
yet.
never brought back the last book
Until
you
I bring
borrowed.
back the other
You
book.
never even apologized.
I totally forgot.
Of course you did. You think like a cow.
Wow! Rude.
Warning. The dark forest ahead is deadly and twisty. Maps are highly recommended.
Gonna need a map for that one. I see.
Oh, I used to love these when I was 6. Museum of Pirate Lore.
The climbing chest.
I used to love these when I was 6. Until I got trapped in one for 2 days. I think they're illegal now. Once upon a time, I won a t-shirt right here on the front lawn.
Hi there. Welcome to the Melee Island Museum of Pirate Lore. I'm Conrad,
I would
the
like
curator
that
and
eye
docent
patch.
here.
Be
I
harder
also
to tell
edit
I'm
the
Guyver
Pirate Times
Squeak with
newsletter.
Mighty Pirate
Here,
if I have
take my
that.
business card.
Thanks.
The museum showcases the largest collection of pirate memorabilia in the Caribbean. Or on Melee Island at the very least. The provenance of each item has been very carefully researched and fact-checked by myself and my team. Feel free to explore.
Good.
And if you have any questions, just ask.
Alright, I'm gonna take a real quick bathroom break here, so I'm gonna put up my be right back, and I will be right back. One moment. There we go. Okay, I'm back. Y'all, the pollen has been real bad this spring. I went out in my, earlier today and my car was just completely covered in Alara pollen.
What was this cinder you've got on the wall?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was an unsent love letter written by Elaine Marley while she was governor of the island.
What?
Elaine? The
But I need
recipient
that.
was referred to only as Plunder Bunny.
That's me!
That's
It was a
you.
really touching letter. Unfortunately, I put the candle too close to it.
What did it say? Tell me what she said.
Oh, you know, love letter stuff. Honestly, I don't remember a word of it. But it was touching.
Aw.
Thanks a lot. That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What do you feed it?
Thieves, mostly.
Good to know. That is a really big parrot. Wonder how many hands it's eaten. What's the story with the wanted poster?
That is the earliest known wanted poster for Captain Kate Capsize. You can tell how notorious she was by the huge number of crimes listed there. Very impressive. I got it from a collector on Fat Island.
Those are my own crimes, actually.
Spoiler
I was
alert.
pretty much public enemy number one
Spoiler
on Fat Island
alert.
at the time.
What
I
the-
stuck Kate's picture on there so she'd get thrown in jail.
That would never work. Nobody's that clueless in real life.
You don't believe me?
It's not a question of belief.
Never mind. It's not important. Eye patch worn by Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. What's this melted lump of metal?
It used to be a mug. It was melted by some kind of acid. It was found in the Malay jail many
God.
years ago, after an incident where like 20 pirates escaped.
Hey, I did that. I had to keep pouring the grog from mug to mug because it was
Spoiler
melting them.
alert.
I had an armload of mugs and I juggled them all the way from the scum bar to the jail. Also, I could get Otis to join my crew. Not my greatest decision in retrospect.
That's a pretty wild story.
I'm telling you the truth.
I'm sure you are, but it just doesn't quite square with the official record. So it's hard to substantiate.
Substantiate? You've got an eyewitness.
Eyewitnesses are notoriously inaccurate.
That's true.
Human memory is plastic and suggestible.
Not yours, apparently.
No, of course not. I deal in facts.
True.
That map looks familiar.
That's
I read that on a
one
forum
quarter of the
once.
original map to the treasure of Big Whoop. I got it from the cartographer on Low Street. Apparently, he was somehow involved in the search for Big Whoop.
About all Wally managed to do was get kidnapped by LeChuck's henchmen.
That's not the way he tells it.
I'm just trying to help.
Thanks. I've got it under control.
How on earth do you have that note?
Oh, yeah. That's very interesting. That was found tucked inside of a book
I
in
just
the Fat
noticed he's
Island
wearing a
Library.
peg leg
It's
with
the
his-
actual note
his leg
left by the ghost pirate
bent
LeChuck
backwards so
when
it's
he
on his
kidnapped
knee.
Governor
Oh
Marley.
my god.
I know what it is. The lookout handed it to me just before I finished my 3 trials. I was crushed, but undaunted. I gathered a crew and I sailed to Monkey Island to save her. Not that she needed it, as it turned out.
Wow, man, you're really into this. I've got a role-playing group on Thursday nights.
This is absurd. It's like this whole wall is stuff from my personal adventures, but somehow I'm not even mentioned in your stories.
That's what's so great about this museum. Everyone makes their own connections with the exhibits, and it's
Ah,
highly
of
personal
course.
and different for everyone.
That's not what I'm trying to say at all.
That's okay. You don't need to say anything. Just listen to what the exhibits tell you.
Fine.
Very good. Alright, well clearly this must have a number.
Well, the numbers are a little clearer, but still too tiny to read. Pirate Times, editor Conrad Lee, ready to publish your unrecognized genius.
I need something that can magnify even more?
The display case is locked. What can you tell me about this eye patch?
That's the pride of the collection. It belonged to Captain John Laney, the pirate of 1,000 faces. Supposedly, it had voodoo powers that would disguise him. I tried it on, though, and nothing happened.
No.
I'm Guybrush Threepwood.
No kidding? Wow! Are you named after Guybrush Threepwood?
I guess you could say that.
Nice.
Nice, dude.
I'm going to find the legendary secret of Monkey Island.
Oh, that's excellent! Super retro. If you need a place to display it, I know a convenient museum.
Oh, okay. Man.
I don't suppose you have a mop from a famous pirate swabby on display?
I've been trying to get the cook down at the Scum Bar to donate his, but he won't part with it.
No.
Do you have maps of the forest here?
No, that's not really what we do. Try the map shop in town?
Tell me about that newsletter of yours.
The Pirate Times. We publish pirate news, pirate stories, pirate poetry, all things piratey, really.
Right, so you wear a peg leg despite having both of your original legs.
Just part of the docent's outfit, for the tourists. Kids always want to try it on.
That's charming and creepy at the same time.
This is a museum for people who think attacking ships and murdering the crew for profit sounds fun.
Touché. Your museum is quaint.
Thanks. It's been a personal passion of mine. I'm nuts about old-timey pirate stuff.
Old-timey?
Being around it really makes you feel like you're a part of something. doesn't it?
I am part of something.
Exactly.
Oh no.
Are any of these things valuable?
The security parrot isn't just here to look piratey. John Laney's eye patch is irreplaceable. It's the highlight of the collection. Amazingly, I got it at a yard sale. They didn't know what they had.
Okay.
I'll have a look around.
Please do.
Oh man, this game is really charming. It's really good. Yo, was that Cracker? Oh shit.
It's Cracker Mix. Some assembly required.
Don't mind if I do. Alright, I have an idea of what I need to do with this. I need to get the pirate.
Is this a
or
left
the
hook or a right
locksmith's,
That once belonged to the Dread Pirate Meat Hook.
much better
Supposedly he was ambidextrous.
magnifier.
Also, he used to live right here on Melee.
I should probably save, huh? There we go. Well, there's the shipyard.
Meat Hook's museum is gone. So is the cable to his island. It's just as well, given the worldwide rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle shortage.
God, yeah, they just don't make rubber chickens with a pulley in the middle like they used to, you know?
This was where the fantastic Flying Fettuccine Brothers circus used to be. Nothing left but old tent pole holes. Wow, I could have had a totally different future if I'd stayed with them. I remember when this place used to be wall-to-wall with sword training gyms. Now there's nothing but trees. Progress.
Ugh. They just don't make sword training gyms like they used to either.
Wow,
man.
It's worse than I imagined. The assets of this establishment have been seized to settle a class action lawsuit. Have a nice day.
Oh. Class action lawsuit? What does that mean? Is that like...
It's a dried up old sea sponge.
legitimate business? Is that what that means?
There was a time when every mooring would be filled with one of Stan's used ships. Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now. Stan used this to clean his ships.
Rust bucket.
It's all rusted out now.
What can I possibly do with a rusted bucket?
The window's all boarded up, and it's very dark in there. Is that an old toothbrush?
Toothbrush? No.
It's soft and extra fuzzy.
Interesting. Okay, well... we got something. Something. Yeah? Go back to the map shop, I guess? Or... yeah, let's do the map shop first. Ask about the forest map.
Hey, Wally. I'm looking for a map through the forest.
What are you trying to find in the forest?
I don't know. Nothing in particular.
Then having a map won't really be any different than wandering around lost, will it?
Yeah, but, I mean, well, never mind.
But I still want a map.
So the lookout is still kicking?
Yep.
They're like glasses, only way less convenient. Better to have one for each eye.
If you say so.
Can I combine monocles?
If one monocle is good, two is better.
Oh man, hold
Hey,
on.
Wally,
I thought
what's
that
in
was
these
a
boxes?
joke.
Maps.
Yo, okay, hold on. I have 2 monocles? Surely 3 Dang it.
Hello, Mr. Brush.
Hi there.
What if I read the label?
Especially fortified for the healthy parrot diet. I found some cracker mix. You could bake fresh crackers in your furnace.
Thanks. The ones on the plate were getting a bit stale. Take some if you want.
Don't mind if I do.
Hell yeah. Now this is gaming. Polly want a cracker?
It already looks well fed.
Can I have this book?
At the end of the plank.
My mother's. Please don't touch it.
But but I want it. I want the book. You see. Alright, fine. Let's go get that number for the eye patch lock, I guess. Now that we have 2 monocles.
Ah, crystal clear. I'll just write that down.
There we go. Alright, I'll be back. Yeah. Very good. I hear like a snake or something. Hey, what's up, Dan? This is out of hard difficulty.
Ooh, purple flowers. These must be teasel, or alliums, or clematis.
What was that?
Ah.
Hold on, what was that?
Ooh, purple flowers. These must be catmint, or wisteria, or sweet rocket. A classic specimen of Alata needleus, a carnivorous vascular dicot known for its tasteful coloration, slight wiggle, and loads of tiny, sharp teeth.
I don't hear anything.
I'm hopelessly lost without a map.
Yeah, audible that I need. Alright, back to the locksmith. Now that we have a new lock.
Hello, Mr. Brush.
Hiya. Can you make me a key from this serial number?
Sure. This will be for a high-end display case. You a collector?
Yeah. Stamps.
Oh. Alright, let's go get that eye patch. I think I have what I need. 1 cracker for a guard parrot. Hold on. 1 key for a display case. And 1 eye patch. Thank you. Have a nice day.
What do you expect me to do, Elaine? Issue a proclamation?
Of course not, Carla. We'll need to generate public support. I'm working on that.
People around here don't like any kind of restrictions, even if it's for their own good.
But we can put a requirement on ships traveling to the north. There's already a customs check, so the infrastructure is all in place.
Wow.
It's a start.
Look at that big key.
Scurvy's a big problem. Let's do all we can.
Agreed.
I've come a long way. Is there anything else on the agenda?
Coffee?
Ooh, coffee. We need a mop. So let's go back to the scum bar. That's the next thing we need to grab. Wait, I know Cobb. That's him!
Hi, Cobb. Hard to believe after all these years you're still here.
I was declared a historical landmark.
Wow. Can you tell me about Loom?
Tell me about Loom.
Oh, I'm so sick of pirates asking me about Loom. Get lost.
Oh, but I really want to know about Loom.
Then why don't you take off the Ask Me About Loom button?
My grog-riddled body has fused with it. I'm
The double
more
monocle was
button
hard,
than man
hard
at this
puzzle only.
point.
I mean, I'm on hard difficulty, but...
Oh, come
tell
on.
me about Loom.
Tell me
Come
about
on.
Loom. For old time's sake.
I want to know about Loom. Oh, come on. Say the word.
it.
Come on, Bart. Bart, say the word.
Say it.
Don't make me tap the sign.
You mean the latest masterpiece of fantasy storytelling from Lucasfilm's Brian Moriarty? Why, it's an extraordinary adventure
Say
with
the
an
thing.
interface of magic, Stunning, high-resolution 3D landscapes, sophisticated score, and musical effects. Not to mention the detailed animation and special effects, elegant point-and-click control of characters, objects, and magic spells. Beat the rush. Go out and buy Loom today.
Yes!
Now get lost.
He said the thing.
Yeah, the place does seem different from what I remember.
It's this new, younger generation of pirate leaders. Oh, they're highfalutin dark magic. Look at us. We're so much better than you because we don't drink grog before getting married. These kids today are all about sacking and pillaging. They've got no heart.
Yeah, they just don't understand. They just don't
I'm
get
gonna
it.
find the secret of Monkey Island. Wanna come?
I heard the secret is just some marketing gimmick Stan thought up. That only the gullible and naive would go looking for it.
True. Good thing I'm not that.
Nice talking to you.
Yeah.
Anyway. Stupid painting.
It's those 3 clowns at the back table. Are you sure I can't persuade you to back my expedition to Monkey Island?
Let's pretend I was really considering this. What sort of pirate qualifications have you got, exactly?
I completed the 3 trials.
Trials?
It's how they used to make their bones in the old days.
Well, I was a director of combat operations for the British Navy, and I've written 2 books on ship-to-ship tactics.
I'm a founding member and co-director of the Red Fleet and hold records
These
for civilian
qualifications are
casualties
absurd.
from San
They
Domingo
expect you to
Venezuela.
pillage for 10 years.
I'm an expert in
right out
17
of
forms of
pirating
hand-to-hand
school,
combat,
right?
3 of which I invented. I served with Bellamy, Teach, and Roberts before they each met
Lame.
an untimely end that I might have had nothing to do with.
Just so you know, this is the kind of resume we expect.
Oh.
Oh.
Guybrush Threepwood, as I live and breathe. How have you been?
Oh, hey, Peachy.
Peachy.
How's Elaine? She was always my favorite governor.
Cool
Also, she
maggots.
covered your tab when you stopped coming in.
Still in public service. Fighting scurvy now.
My place is clean. Our health certificates are up to date.
No, it's not like that. She's got a foundation. They're trying to promote lions
Oh,
as a
5.5 stars.
Oh,
Pretty good.
Well, tell her I say hello.
Do you know where I can buy a mop?
Buy? You don't want to buy a mop.
I think I do.
The mop is the formal tool of a cook. Not as clumsy or random as a dish rag. An elegant tool for a more civilized cleaning. You cannot hope to succeed with the mop of another.
I can't?
You must construct your own. A single, perfect instrument that you will keep and
Like a
use
lightsaber.
for a lifetime.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Once you build it, the mop will become your constant companion, your tool, and a ready means of defense against spills of all kinds.
Build it?
The wood is the heart of the handle.
Yeah.
The heart is the handle of the cook. You are one.
Not helpful so far.
You must find a particular tree. A tree uniquely suited to the handles of mops. Carve your handle from a limb of that tree. Any questions?
Sure.
How do I find the mop handle tree?
I can't tell you exactly where it is, because this is your own personal journey.
Ah, it's about the journey. I understand.
What kind of wood is the tree?
That is something you must discover for yourself.
What about the head of the mop?
Oh, you have to have one, of course, but pretty much anything will do. It's mostly about the handle.
Ah, the handle. Okay.
Are you sure I can't just buy a mop? Yours, for example.
No, you've got to make one. Trust me on this.
Okay, I guess I'll do it.
All right, well, we already have
What's
part
wrong?
of that.
You gave the
I'm
story the
sure.
wrong title. It should be called Mop Quest. When do we get
Mop
to the
Quest?
piratey parts?
Well, even the coolest professions involve more mopping up than you would think. It seemed crazy to me at the time, too, But don't forget, it was all so I could board a ship, take command, and sail to Monkey Island. But first, I had to make a mop.
Ah, that's so cute. Okay. Yeah.
Looks like a mugshot.
Hey, what's this?
Pests or garnishes?
A good cook sources local supplies when he can.
Active little guys, aren't they? Ugh, I remember that stench as if it were yesterday.
Hey, what's this?
The plaque says, in memory of looming seagulls of old. I think someone tried to secure a boat with this.
Oh, I could always use string. Alright, so... all I need now is the handle, I think. Oh, I might as well wear an eye patch. There we go.
Classic and subtle. Like me. But I don't need to be wearing this right now.
Oh. Alright, let's go ask Wally now that we know that we're looking for a mop handle, I guess.
Hey, Wally. I'm looking for a tree to make a stupid mop from. Have you got a map for that?
So the cook has sent you on one of his spiritual journeys? Been a while since I made one of those mop tree maps. What kind of tree is it again?
I don't know. A wood one?
That's okay. Just bring me a sliver of the wood and I can work it out from there. I'm that good.
Sliver of wood.
Bye.
Where am I gonna get a sliver of mop wood? I don't have wood, do I? I have a sponge.
It's good for relieving stress.
I might even have a La Sponja Grande.
It's an unusual safe with 5 keyholes.
Alas, the safe is not for sale. It has been placed with me for safekeeping.
What's this thing?
It's a forgiveness frog. When no apology will do, give the forgiveness frog. It's like a card, only much better because it's a frog.
I've never heard of that before.
That's true.
Are you sure it's real voodoo?
People do like
No comment.
frogs. It's
It
very
works. Trust me.
I'll take this forgiveness frog.
It can help someone forgive even very old transgressions.
true. Wow.
Pointy.
It is a non-magical ceremonial knife. Very sharp indeed.
Oh, I'd like this knife.
An excellent choice. I will need you to verbally agree to a release of liability.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what?
This product is not to be used in the commission of any crime, including
no crime.
vandalism, jailbreak, and theft of ancient priceless artifacts.
No problem.
Well, I'll do all of
Threatening,
those.
frightening, stabbing, shaving, or manicuring yourself or another person are likewise considered outside the scope of acceptable use.
Oh, okay, I guess.
The product is not balanced for throwing. Throwing the product violates these terms and will invalidate the warranty. Whittling, scrimshaw, mumbledy-peg, juggling, and any tricks involving stacking or balancing the product may cause serious injury and should not be attempted by unlicensed persons. Use with breads, spreads, bedspreads, or thread may damage the product. If damaged, the product should not be used. Product is sharp and should not be carried in a pocket, coat, belt, hatband, handbag, shoulder holster, or sheath. At all times, keep the product away from children, pets, the aged or infirm, clowns, pirates, and adults. Where possible, it should be locked securely in a vault. The manufacturer accepts no responsibility for the consequences of any use or misuse of this product. By verbally assenting to these terms, purchaser hereby assumes all liability, past, present, and future, throughout this and all possible and impossible universes.
Is this where I say yes?
Yes.
Yes. Is there anything I am allowed to do with it?
I am not able to answer that question, as it could create a liability issue.
Sure. Hey, what do you have there? A knife?
It's my very own, very sharp, non-magical ceremonial knife.
Alright, well, we could use that to cut some wood out of the mop, I guess. Probably. And also, I think we can go borrow a book now. I'm suspecting the voodoo book is the one I need.
This is for you.
It's a forgiveness
Giving
frog.
me a frog?
It's a forgiveness frog, for when words aren't enough.
You haven't even bothered to write anything personal on this frog. That's just rude. I reject your frog.
Aw, my frog. Aw. Fine, I'll write an apology.
Dear Carla, sorry for losing the book I borrowed.
Hard on softness.
I value that you are dedicated to dedication. And I always tell people how nice you are. Please accept my humblest apology.
Even though it wasn't my fault.
I promise to do better in the future.
Hold on. The bots are back on Twitch. Okay. Alright, I wrote an apology.
This is for
I'm
you.
Sorry.
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you even know something about me. One thing. You can do better. I reject your frog.
Oh, my frog.
It's a lot of work being governor. Can we try the frog again?
What do I need to know about
Dear
her?
Carla, this is a nice sentiment, and it looks like you even know something about me. One thing. You can do better. I reject your frog.
No. Alright, let's try the message again, I guess.
Dear Carla.
Dear Carla. It was definitely about the book.
Sorry for losing the book I borrowed.
Is it tough on toughness? Hard on softness?
I admire
maybe?
that you are hard on softness. And I always tell people how nice you are. Please accept my humblest apology.
I might need to look around a bit more.
I promise to do better in the future.
Try that one.
This is for you.
Dear Carla, this is a nice sentiment, but the only personal thing you got right in here is my name. I reject your frog.
What's her motto?
Edgy.
So that was worse than before.
Dear Carla.
Hold on.
Sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I appreciate that you're keen on bluntness. And I know you're really nicer than people say you are. Please accept my humblest apology. I promise to do better in the future.
One second. I'm gonna go back into town. There's gotta be somewhere that has her... Maybe it's in the alley. No. Oh, what's this sign?
Employees only.
There was that bust on the wall here.
Honoring Melee Island's 27th Governor, Carla the Swordmaster, for her heroic actions at Santo Domingo. Honoring Melee Island's 27th Governor, Carla the Swordmaster, for her heroic actions at Santo Domingo.
Santo Domingo, okay. Is there anything else I need to do? I go look around. Yeah.
Looks like this is going to be a long journey. I hope this isn't one of those party cruises. Say what you want about my evil, horrible nemesis LeChuck, but he does know how to stock a ship. No parking of demonic, ghostly, or undead vessels or scooters. Tuesdays 3 to 4.
Alright, that's not helpful.
Hey, watch it!
Nice. About this.
Re-elect Governor Carla. She's dedicated to dedication.
Dedicated to dedication. Ah, okay. So it was that one. I just guessed right, I guess, the
Dear
first time
Carla,
mostly.
Sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I value that you are dedicated to dedication.
I think it was Santa Catalina.
As shown by your actions at Santa Catalina, please accept my humblest apology. I promise to do better in the future.
Guybrush Threepwood, Mighty Pirate. That's him! That's Monkey Island! He's from the cover. That's him.
Honoring Melee Island's 27th Governor, Carla the Swordmaster, for her heroic actions at Santo Domingo.
Domingo!
Dear Carla, sorry for losing the book I borrowed. I value that you are dedicated to dedication. As shown by your actions at Santo
Her
Domingo,
motto's different
please
per
accept my
playthrough?
humblest apology.
Interesting. Okay. That's probably to prevent people from just, like, posting the solution in a forum or something.
I promise to do better in the future.
I mean, there's a hint book if you really need hints, I guess. But... Professor! This reminds me of a puzzle. Alright, I got a forgiveness frog for Carla.
This is for you.
Dear Carla, I'm impressed, Guybrush. Surprisingly thoughtful. Considering it's you, I'm strangely moved to forgive you for losing my book, and I'll treasure this frog as a memento of the time you did something right.
Cool, can I have a book? What book do I need? Oh man, Barbie LaFleur, is that Morgan LaFleur's, like, mother or sister, or... Hold on.
Can I borrow this cookbook?
I know it's Bobby Flay, but... He's the joke.
You cook like a cow.
That's why I need the cookbook.
Oh, all right. I was upset after you lost the last one, but you seemed genuinely sorry, so
Can't just skip checking the poster for speed runs.
Another
That's
chance.
true.
Thanks. I won't let you down. I'll definitely return this.
Alright, I gotta... Do I need a cookbook?
It's a cookbook. It has 4 stars, but it looks like they're for difficulty.
I don't know what I need the cookbook for. I guess I'll figure that out. There were other books, but let's start with that one, I guess. I'm guessing what I actually need is the voodoo book. Maybe. I gotta see if I can cut off part of that mop handle. Who the hell are you?
Hi.
Are you my waiter? I want the excellent dish I had at the governor's mansion last week. I don't know what it's called, but it was sort of, you know, a hot food.
Yeah, like but I'm not.
It had ingredients in it or something.
I'm not your waiter.
I already told your incompetent cook this, but he still hasn't brought me my
ingredients
dinner.
It was cooked
don't
or
work
something.
here.
I don't
Not a
know.
waiter.
I just want
Up to it.
Right away, sir.
I see. Oh man.
You look like the health inspector tasted your stew. Or you did.
Worse. Marlin is here.
Marlin.
The customer I have nightmares about. He's the only importer of yak fat on the island, so I need to keep him happy, but he makes that impossible. Today he wants me to make him a dish that he ate last week at some kind of event at the governor's mansion. But of course he doesn't remember what it's called or know what's in it or even remember what color it was. He says he thinks it has ingredients in it. I don't have the slightest idea what to make.
Ah.
If I brought you a recipe,
maybe I
could
do
you
need
make
a
it?
cookbook.
Of course. I'm a cook. See the hat?
Oh, that is a cool hat. I thought that was just his head. Got that whale tail head, you know?
Oh, look behind you! A three-headed monkey!
I do know a great stew recipe for monkey heads, but I can't think about that right now.
Oh.
I'll see what I can find out.
Thanks.
What about this cookbook?
I found this at the governor's mansion.
Aha! The mystery dish must be in there. I have no idea which one it'll be, so I'll just have to make them all. I'd better get to work. Thanks, Guybrush.
Oh, now he's distracted. Hold on. Yes! Prime! Alright, we've done prime. Onward! Before he notices. We've mangled their mop. As is tradition. Alright, I got a wood shaving of a mop.
Wally, here's a sample of the wood you wanted. Can you make me a map now?
Sure, here it is.
Thanks, Wally.
Alright. What's the map? Kinda complicated. Hold on. I'm gonna pull it up at another monitor. So I don't need to reference it. Sure. To the forest. Alright, take a right. Go this way. That'll lead me to the mushrooms, then go this way. Go the purple plant, and then the mushroom. Go the plant, go the purple, go the mushroom. Go the mushroom? What? That's not where I showed up.
I guess I lost my way.
I don't know if I'm supposed to go backwards or not based on the map. Then I go this way. That leads me to a mushroom. And then if I go this way again, maybe this isn't...
A classic specimen of a lotta neat.
No. Alright, mushroom. To plant. This is supposed to take me to mushrooms, but it doesn't. Maybe I need to go to the mushroom first? Like that? Then this should take me to a mushroom, yeah?
I guess I lost my way.
No. Okay, I don't... Are some of these fake, maybe? The problem is right here, on this top right. This section doesn't take me to where the map says I should go. Don't remember this from your playthrough? It's probably randomized, yeah. Hey, there was a chicken. There's a snake.
Purple flowers. These must be lavender. Or monkshood. Or
Alright, maybe this way? That work. It should take me to a mushroom, yeah. So, in theory, this should take me to another carnivorous plant. Which it does. And this should be a mushroom. Yeah. Okay, I think I was missing that chicken or whatever. Yeah, there we go. Okay, gaming. Gaming indeed. Very good.
It's like there's a welcoming committee.
An adorable hedgehog family.
Mind your mama, little prickly kids.
Aww.
Hey, little fella. Wow. The distinctive shape tells me this is the rare, endangered Malay Island mop handle tree.
Several hours later. Great. It's beautiful. Oh my god, I destroyed the tree. Oh my god. There were so many mop handles on that tree. What'd you do? Guybrush, what'd you do?
Another resource has given its all in support of my personal goals. It's what nature is for. I made a mop.
Oh.
It's a single perfect instrument that I will keep and use for a lifetime. Hey, little dear. I must have startled them while I was whittling. Some animals are quite skittish.
Oh. Poor bastard.
I'll take a shortcut back.
Well, I'm sure it's fine. Anyway. I think we have everything we need. I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this junk, but...
I think I should move farther away from the quartermaster first.
Threepwood, are you trying to fool me by wearing an eye patch? That is the worst disguise I've ever seen.
No, of course not. Just having a little eye trouble. Blepharospasm.
Oh, try some cashews. You might be short on magnesium. Or wits.
Good point.
Darn, I thought this thing was supposed to be magic. I must have forgotten something.
Maybe I need to go ask the...
I better take off this eye patch first.
Voodoo lady? Eye patch, huh? Hey, what's up with this iPad? How do I use magic?
What do you make of this eye patch?
Ah, the famous eye patch disguise of John Laney.
Yep.
As I suspected, the magic has long since drained away.
Good. Great. So, can you charge it up again?
I can. If you bring me one more thing. A particular charm of great power. You must bring me the bite of 1,000 needles. Then I will recharge your eye patch.
The bite of 1,000 needles. Can you be a tiny bit more specific?
No.
All right. See what I can do.
What the hell is the bite of 1,000 needles? Hold on. Bite of 1,000 needles. Do I need a porcupine to bite me or something? Or...
When they get close to finding it, suddenly they are gone.
True. 1,000 needles.
It seems to be stuck closed.
Bite of 1,000. I don't even know what that could be.
I detect a certain resemblance here.
Yes, it looks a lot like an owl, doesn't it?
Hi again. Oh, those new pirate leaders are real jerks. They laughed at me, and they won't fund my expedition. Why didn't you warn me?
Would you have listened?
Of course. Okay, no, probably not.
Well, bite of 1,000 needles.
Stan used this to clean his ships. It's all rusted out now.
Nothing in here. I can... I mean, there was that weird animal. Whatever that was. Was it a giant chicken, though, or... Bite of 1,000 needles.
A classic specimen of Alata needleus, a carnivorous vascular dicot known for its tasteful coloration, slight wiggle, and loads of tiny, sharp teeth.
Maybe that's it?
Gotcha, you pointy little trichiophyte.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Okay, 1 second. I was thinking that might be it. Let's try that.
There you go. Bite of 1,000 needles.
Tell me, is this an ancient, powerful charm, or simply a plant you found in the forest?
You were pretty opaque about what you wanted, even for you. I took my best shot.
Very well. You've always been the close enough sort.
Close enough, yeah. It's good enough. Oh, is that for the spell, or?
Come, spirits of deception and death, drink your rejuvenation and awaken.
Death?
It's nothing to worry about. John Laney, this hapless boy needs your help.
Hey.
Take pity on him and bring him the power to hide from his enemies.
Well, you don't have to put it like that. That's it?
Unless you want the extended service warranty.
No, thanks. I'm not a sucker. What do I owe you?
Maybe try it on first, before we discuss payment.
It is very stinky.
Well, how do I look?
A spoop 'em, ghost 'em.
What the heck? I look like a zombie. Is it broken?
One does the best one can with the materials provided.
I'll just wear it when I really need to. Ugh.
You're welcome.
I think I'm ready to set sail.
Alright, we did it. Mission accomplished. This way? This way. Zooma zoom zoom. Rooma zoom zoom. Alright. That's us. We're a pirate. We're definitely not Guybrush Threepwood.
How do you like my mop? It's custom built.
Let's see. Stick? Shoddy stuffed animal? Wait a minute. I've seen this mop before. Where did you get it?
I stole it.
I stole it from a pirate.
Oh, LeChuck will like that. I happen to need a swabby. You interested?
Definitely.
You're hired.
Great.
We'll be getting underway soon. Why don't you come on board and I'll introduce you to the crew?
I'm excited to see my stateroom. When's a good time to discuss the benefits package?
Threepwood's on LeChuck's ship. He's got some kind of disguise. From the bargain bin, it looks like.
So what?
You don't think this could be a problem? We didn't plan for him.
I hate not knowing what's going on. I should have taken him out the minute he walked in here.
Don't worry, we'll know what's going on.
Yeah? How?
I've got a spy on board the ship.
Gasp. That's him! That's LeChuck! Oh, I know him. Alright, now all we have to do is start a mutiny, and it'll be really easy. How hard can it be to start a pirate ghost mutiny?
So once you were on LeChuck's ship, you turned the tables on them. You whipped out your sword and said, "I'm your captain now. Take me to Monkey Island, or you'll all walk the plank."
More or less.
The name's Gullet, but you're not to call me that. To you, I'm the first swab, and I want to hear the capital letters when you say it.
Capital 1. Got it.
And this is the old. You'll be spending a lot of time down here.
I thought we'd have a union or something. How much time is a lot of time?
All of it. You work here, you sleep here, you take your meals here. Forget the world you knew before. This hold is your world. The hull is your ground. The deck is your sky.
Ah,
and
but what's
I
the
am
benefits
your deity
package?
of choice.
I don't...
A cruel and vengeful deity. I only have one simple rule. You are not to leave this hold under any circumstances. Any questions?
Can I leave?
Can I leave the hold?
No!
Okay, but what happens if I leave?
What happens if I leave?
I said you're not to leave under any circumstances.
Well, I know, just hypothetically. What if I did?
The worst punishment you can imagine.
Which is...
I throw you back down here. Nothing's worse than this.
No.
Where's my bunk?
You might be all right inside one of the crates. Otherwise, be sure to cover your eyes. The chickens like to peck. But it's probably safest if you don't sleep at all. The chickens have their ways.
Ah.
What's for dinner?
Oh, we'd like a bit of dinner, would we? Well, perhaps we can arrange a bit of roast duck under glass for your majesty. But seriously, learn to catch rats. You can drown them in your mop bucket. They make their own sauce.
Yum.
What if I need to, you know...
Use the portal. Don't get anything on the ledge outside, though. I hate an unsightly ledge.
What am I supposed to be doing exactly?
No recruits. You're all thicker than the chickens.
Ghost chicken.
Is that the whole answer?
Yeah, there were mixed reactions to the art style, but I think it looks
this whole
fantastic.
sparkling, as if it was clean.
It feels Monkey Island.
Get to work.
In addition to the gameplay feeling very Monkey Island.
Oh, a pirate's life for me.
I think it looks great. Hey, that one's got an egg. You can see it right there, floating inside of its, chicken. Inside its chicken.
Ugh, I'll keep my distance. Mothers are more vicious defending their young. I think it's chicken grease. I hope my roommates don't get upset. No way am I picking that up with my hands.
Looks like you missed a spot.
You ass!
Oi, you missed a spot.
Oh,
Come on.
man.
You missed a spot.
Is that your catchphrase or something?
You missed a spot.
Seriously, get some new dialogue.
Man. Hate to see it.
It's an inspirational instructional pamphlet that I'm supposed to carry around and read.
Fine. Throw tantrums. Commit fraud. Very important, yeah. Yeah, commit bodily harm, yeah. Okay, don't get fired, yeah. Yeah, just don't worry, unless you get fired. Then don't worry. Don't worry about it. Just don't worry. Just don't get fired. It's easy. It's him!
Murray?
Indeed, I am Murray, the all-powerful demonic skull. But you have me at a disadvantage with it, zombie man. Have we met before?
No, but I'm a big fan.
Yes, at a demonic skull party.
I recall a clumsy bartender spilling a lava guavatini on my necktie. That must have been you.
Necktie?
And you plagued me now just as before. The curse of painful boils on your left foot for exposing me. I'm here undercover, gathering valuable information for the exquisitely devious Captain Madison.
Madison? Very interesting.
Ooh, I probably should not have said that. Do me a favor and keep it to yourself, withered zombie man.
No problem.
Very good.
How come you're working for Captain Madison? I thought you were your own
Got
man.
your collector's edition
Skull.
a couple weeks
I
ago?
owe
Yo.
her a favor. It's
They have that
none of your
pamphlet with it?
business.
That's very funny. That's very funny.
Why do you owe Captain Madison a favor?
Well, ironically, I was sealed up in a crate, and she freed me.
Oh, you mean like I just did?
It's not the same thing.
It's different when it's with you.
What exactly is Madison up to?
I would be a poor spy indeed if I told you that. You diminish us both by asking. Knock it off.
Looks like you missed a spot.
Oh, nuts.
Look, I'm not saying I'm gonna be very mean right now, but I am. I'm gonna swab the hell out of this place. You know it.
I'll let that one alone. She's got an egg.
Hey!
I wonder what it's made out of. I don't think so. Nice chicken. Don't bite my fingers off, okay?
No. That didn't help me at all, but... The ghost chickens are so cute.
I already have some chicken feed. Come on. Tell me what Madison is up to.
You diminish us both by asking. Knock it off.
I probably need to swab something.
Going somewhere, swabby? You haven't cleaned up that mess. Get back to mobbing.
Oh.
I'm feeling just the slightest twinge of regret about the choices I've made up to this point. No way am I picking that up with my hands.
I still have these crackers.
I've got enough to last me. I think that only works on parrots.
Oh. Huh.
This was a good idea. They magnify stuff even better since I stuck them together.
If I need to grease the porthole?
Oh, nuts! I don't want to spoil my view.
Maybe I just need to put grease on everything?
Looks like you missed a spot.
Oh, nuts!
Yeah. I'll just spread the grease around, I guess.
Oh, nuts!
Yeah.
I'll let that one alone. She's got an egg.
Swab the hole 20 times. And you get some grease.
Enough.
Yeah.
Oi, you missed a spot.
Oh, nuts!
And, there's nowhere else to swab. Uh-oh. Over here, yeah.
Oi, you missed a spot.
Oh, nuts!
Man, okay. I already swabbed the chicken feed.
Hold it right there. You come up when I say you can, which is never. Get back to mopping.
Swap the screw. There we go.
I'll just put a little dab on there.
You missed a spot.
Oh, nuts!
And that screw, yeah.
Oi, you missed a spot.
And this
nuts.
one. Okay. Now they're surely loosened. And then I can use my knife on the screw. Hell yeah, gamer.
Driving rain and crashing waves. Perfect sailing weather. It's a really tight fit. I can't quite squeeze through. I think it's chicken grease. I hope my roommates don't get upset.
Okay, now we need to grease the portal.
Looks like you missed a spot.
Oh, nuts!
There we go.
Better.
Alright, see you, Murray.
This is now a slightly greasy porthole. The grease helps. A little. Come on. Tell me what Madison is up to.
You diminish us both by asking. Knock it off.
Maybe I need to portal this and, like, slick up the floor
Wait,
first?
you missed a spot.
Oh, nuts!
So I can get speed?
The grease helps. A little.
No.
Oi, you missed a spot.
Oh, nuts!
Looks like you missed a spot.
Oh, nuts!
Oi, you missed a spot.
This is clearly not the
nuts.
solution, but also I'm kind of committed at this point.
The grease helps. A little. The rest of my gear is in there. I hope it'll be safe down here. It's probably fine.
There's not much else to really do. I haven't really interacted with these chickens in any meaningful way. What haven't I done? I'm confused. Like, did I screw something up? Maybe I need more grease. Hold on.
Looks like you missed a spot.
Oh, nuts.
Yeah, let me try it again. Ah, maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Still not enough.
Almost.
Okay.
You missed a spot.
Oh, nuts.
You. Alright, bye, Murray.
It's working.
Yuck.
I can't see anything.
Hey, what's on the rubber? 8 minutes? I can hold my breath for quite a while.
That's a big rudder.
Well, I mean, there's nothing down here. Okay. Fair enough.
This one doesn't open. This one doesn't open. I can't see anything.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah.
This is a bunch of empty containers of monkey blood and squid ink.
Blah, blah, blah. Feast your eyes on this, me hearties. The one and only map showing the exact location of the secret of Monkey Island. The map will be kept in my cabin. No one is to touch it or disturb it in any way. Now, before we can follow the map, obviously we must make our way to Monkey Island itself. Let's have the potion report.
Wait, there's a potion?
You don't remember that from my other story? To get to Monkey Island, you have to brew a special potion.
Uh-huh.
How does the potion work?
I don't know. Nobody does. It's magic. It just helps you find Monkey Island.
But you and LeChuck had both been there before. Why couldn't you just sail there?
It doesn't work like that. You have to make the potion every time.
Hey, Lum.
What's in it?
Hi, kitty.
Let's see. It's got squid ink and monkey blood. And a pressed skull. I definitely remember that. Also cinnamon, mint, and brimstone. And some coloring and preservatives. Oh, and a live chicken. But listen, you shouldn't worry about this yet.
A live chicken?
Wait till you're 12 or so.
I don't know.
Okay, I think I got it.
The potion is nearly finished, Captain. All that's left is one flattened skull, and we'll be ready to cook it.
Excellent. You there, in the back. New guy.
Me?
You look familiar somehow.
You go to Swabby conventions?
Do you ever go to Swabby conventions?
Well, no matter. Go and get us a skull. A flat one. Any questions?
Why does it have to be a flat skull?
Because the recipe says so.
Can I have a raise?
Sure. Straight into the rigging, where you'll hang by your ankles for the next few years.
Got it?
Oh, just like that guy.
Yeah, you get used to it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Where should I look for a skull?
That's your problem.
Okay, I'm on it. One skull. Flat.
Be quick about it then. Meeting adjourned.
We'll finish the potion and then I'll see about getting my hands on that map.
Alright, how about we save here for tonight? And then we'll start next time with the potion.